Climate change is one of the greatest challenges facing our planet today. It is no longer a distant threat, it's a reality we are facing now. Driven by human activities, it's reshaping the world's natural system with wide-ranging effects on ecosystem, communities, and future generations. At the heart of climate change is the increase in greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, primarily released from industrial activities and the burning of fossil fuels. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, causing global temperatures to rise. From shifting weather patterns to more intense storms, the evidence of a changing climate is all around us. If we do not take action to battle this issue, these effects will only get worse. One of the clearest indicators of climate change is the rapid melting of glaciers and polar ice caps. Ice, once stable for centuries, is now rapidly melting, contributing to rising sea levels and changing habitats. To understand how global climate change works, we'll conduct a simple experiment demonstrating the heat-trapping effects of carbon dioxide.
Here's the tool and material for experiment 1. Baking soda and vinegar to create carbon dioxide. Thermometer to measure the temperature. Aluminum foil to help the insulate heat. And Ziploc bag to simulate the atmosphere. Here are the steps. Fill plastic number 1 with air to demonstrate atmosphere with low carbon dioxide. Wrap plastic number 1 with aluminum foil for 10 minutes. Then open the aluminum foil on plastic number 1. Measure the temperature in plastic number 1. The temperature of plastic number 1 is 30.2 degrees Celsius. Next, put 3 teaspoons of baking soda into plastic number 2. Then, put half a cup of vinegar into plastic number 2 to begin the reaction of creating carbon dioxide. Wrap plastic number 2 with aluminum foil for 10 minutes. Open aluminum foil wrap on plastic number 2. Measure the temperature in plastic number 2. The temperature of plastic number 2 is 34.4 degrees Celsius.
In our previous experiment, we observed how carbon dioxide traps heat and raises temperatures. Now, let's look closer to home at how vegetation and ground cover impact temperature. This is Bandung today. Increasing traffic and urban expansion are creating more emissions and warming the local environment. Just as greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide warm the atmosphere, local factors such as vegetation and building materials influence temperatures here on a much smaller scale. The shift from green spaces to concrete structures affects the city's natural cooling ability. This change intensifies the urban heat island effect, where developed areas experience higher temperatures than rural ones. By examining local influences on temperature, we gain a clearer picture of how land use impacts our climate.
Here are the tools and material for experiment 2. The first one is thermometer to measure temperature, aluminum foil to cover the pot, pot number 1 to simulate barren land, pot number 3 to simulate populated land, and pot number 2 to simulate forest. And here are the steps. First, measure the temperature in pot number 1. The temperature in pot number 1 is 35.6 degrees Celsius. Measure the temperature in pot number 2. The temperature in pot number 2 is 33.5 degrees Celsius. Measure the temperature in pot number 3. The temperature in pot number 3 is 35.3 degrees Celsius.
In both experiments, we explored how different factors influence temperature changes on Earth. The first showed that greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide, trap heat, contributing to global warming. The second demonstrated that vegetation cools areas, while bare soil can cause extreme temperature shifts. These findings underscore the need for both global and local climate solutions. On a global scale, reducing greenhouse gas emissions is essential. Locally, maintaining green spaces and incorporating vegetation in urban planning can help regulate temperatures and reduce climate impacts. By understanding climate science, we can take informed actions to protect our planet. Together, our efforts, big and small, can lead to a sustainable future for generations to come. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye.